All right, guys, let's get started. We are Brasília Toastmasters, where leaders are made, and we get together every month with presential and hybrid and online meetings in Portuguese. And on the fourth Saturday of every month, we have this meeting right here, the English meetings. So let's get started. Brasília Toastmasters, good morning. Have a good time here. We are here to learn and to also have fun. Welcome to Toastmasters and guests. Be open to learn new things. Feel free to introduce yourself or just stay here with us. Keep your microphone muted while you're not talking, except during a part of a speech, and that's going to be encouraged. Meeting will be recorded and posted on YouTube on the Thursdays. And enjoy our meeting. The office board part one from July from last year to June from this year. We have the president, Daniel Pina. We also have Naya Lima. She's our vice president of education. We also have Laura Leal. She's heading the mentorship program. There's me right there, the vice president of education for the English meetings. We also have Douglas de Claudio. He's our vice president of membership. So he keeps touch with the leads and people that want to join our club. We also have Raquel Ilha and Alateia Melo. They are both vice president of public relationships. So they had the Instagram. We also have Vitor Feijó. He's our sergeant of arms, and he takes care of the equipment they use on the presidential meetings, the camera, the thing that show the slides. We also have Lilian Soares. She's our treasurer, and she keeps with the money from the club. We also have Tiago Gavilanes. He's our secretary, and he's a very devoted one, and we also happy to have him on the boards. The Toastmaster values are integrity, respect, excellence, and service. This one here, integrity, is the most important of all because it shows us that we can keep up with our words. My name is Olavo Pacelli. I'm the Toastmaster of the day, and I'm the one that's going to be guiding us through this meeting. But I'm not the only one that does that, and these are the structures of the of a Toastmaster meeting, the one from our club. We have the speakers. Today we only have one, is Lucas Ferreira, but his speech is gonna last from 12 to 15 minutes. It's a long time for a speech, so I'm glad that we only have him, so the meeting can keep up the schedule. Also, the table topics. The second part is going to be headed by Brianna Perez. Can you tell us how does that work, Brianna? Is she here? Because you have some
Bom
problems with
dia.
the...
Good morning, everyone. So table topics for today. I will be picking a specific topic having to do with the new year. Oh, everybody can everybody hear me?
Yes, and you can see
Okay.
it here now.
I will be picking a topic of the new year. And I will ask one of you to give me 1 to 2 minutes of a short speech answering my question. And that's it.
I did something that now I cannot, you guys cannot see me right now. I don't know what I did. I clicked on something that was wrong. Let me see. Can you guys see me now?
Is anyone here in hand or something? I think he logged out.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it happens.
Be
Online
back.
things. It will be awesome if you have some music elevator for this moment.
All right, guys, I'm back. We also have other people that are helping me through this meeting. We have Gustavo Weidemann. He's our general evaluator. Can you tell us what that entails, Gustavo?
Hi, everyone. In the final of this meeting, I will be say some things like of all the meeting, and I will tell some things to improve and other things that I think it's okay.
We also have Pamela Oliveira. She's a timekeeper. And can you tell us how does that work, Pamela? The screen's yours.
Good morning, everyone. As a timer, I'm here today to help to keep the meeting schedule. To do this, I am alert the speakers about their minimum, median, and maximum speed time. For example, when the speaker gets 5 minutes, 1 minute, please, we have a growth to turn red. And at 6 minutes, yellow, and 7 minutes, red. Remember, there is 30 seconds of tolerance after the background head appears. Everyone between the minimum and maximum speed time will be eligible for the competition. Is great. So I wish you an excellent meeting.
Thank you so much, Pamela. We also have Marcela Gebis, our grammarian slash accounter. But before she tells us about her role, can Luana tell us what does the Zoom Master does during the meeting? All right, so let's get started with the Marcela Gebis. She's our grammarian slash accounter. Gonna show the slides here.
Good morning, everyone. This morning I'm gonna do two different things. A counter, sorry, which I'm gonna be counting the spaces or the double words that you mentioned, and also I'm gonna be the grammarian. So I'm gonna bring you a word of the day, which I have chosen to you. Can say it now. The word of the day is compliment. Compliment is a remark that expresses approval, admiration, or respect. She complimented him on his haircut and can also be used as a noun. To pay her a compliment, to take something as a compliment. And so I think that this word is a very interesting word, and I think we should do it more often. So that's why I brought it for you today. It's not anything different or very hard to say. It's probably a word that everyone has already used. You have probably complimented many people throughout your week, and I hope you keep on doing that, because I would like to bring this an alert from everyone, not because of the word itself, but because of the importance of doing compliments, and also to call it your attention, because there is a word that's very, very similar, and it's complement, to add. So something complements each another. Let's say strawberry and cream complement each other. So a little bit different. And to pay respect or admiration to someone. So just keep it in mind. I hope you have a great day and great speech today. Enjoy it.
Thank you so much for this word of the day and the speech today right now, Marcela. Let's get started with Pamela already told us what does the timekeeper do. Today we're gonna have a different speech from Lucas Ferreira. Luana already mentioned her role. The first part of the meeting is the speaker, and we have Lucas Ferreira. His project is a level 4, and the name of his project, the name of his speech is Emma Project. I don't know what that entails, and I'd like to know. His pathway is presentation mastery. His project is managing a difficult audience. So you can bother him during his speech, you can argue with him, you can open your microphone and keep talking over him, and that's his role today. He has to deal with that. He has from 12 to 15 minutes to do that, and his evaluator is Naya Lima. The screen's yours, Lucas.
Thanks a lot, I think. Well, let me just share my presentation here. I did some physical organization here, so I may be looking sometimes at my screen. So I'm gonna test some things here. Okay, just a second. What is happening here? Okay, I think.
Ugly slides, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Alavo. Well, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm here to do a presentation different than you are used to, I presume, with the theme, the Functional Electrical Simulation for People with Disabilities. First of all, I want to present myself. The slides help me. Hello, I'm Lucas. I'm an electrical engineer, graduated from Universidade de Brasília. And currently, I'm a master's student in biomedical engineer. You may ask that if electrical and biomedical are correlated areas, and yes, they are correlated. And my main research area is in sensors and control systems. Today, with this presentation, my goal here is to show the power of Brazil into developing science at an international level, and show part of my master's, and I hope you all guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, please, I want you to write it, and later on, we can have a Q&A to answer it. First of all, I want to show some Brazil numbers. According to Pesquisa Nacional de Amostras por Domicílio, PNAD, today we have about 19 million people with some disability. This is almost 10% of our population. From this number, we have almost 30% of these people, only of them are employed. And also from this number, only 1 in 4 have completed basic education. These numbers are huge because they mean that a significant part of our population is somehow marginalized. We have physical barriers such as grab objects, climb steps, listen, or maybe neuroatypical questions with these people, but also lots of social barriers. And due to all these difficulties, these people lack of fundamental rights and a dignified life. I want to be a little bit more specific. I want to talk about, in this world of people with disabilities, the spinal cord injury. By definition, SCI is any damage associated with the spinal cord or with the nerves at the final of it. The occurrence in Brazil is higher compared to other countries, especially developed ones, and the main cause for this is because when they have an accident, unfortunately, these people are not well assisted and they may have problems in the long go. This physical limitation is the root for lots of health problems, such as cardiovascular ones, osteoporosis, diabetes, and blood circulation. And fortunately, we have lots of treatments today, such as electrical stimulation. And here we have Project EMMA. EMMA is the acronym for Empowering Mobility and Autonomy. I'm with the shirt here also.
Is that igrejinha, Lucas?
Sorry, Olavo?
Is that igrejinha?
No, it's
photo?
not. It's
It's
not.
not?
I'll show you later on what is this photo was taken.
Oh, I got
And
it.
Parece o
we-
aeroporto, Olavo, eu acho. Estão aí para viajar,
yeah,
né?
we love
Ah,
Brasilia.
got it. I haven't
We
been
love
there
to
a long time on the
But-
airport.
Yeah, perfect. We love to represent Brasilia here. And EMMA is also the acronym. It's funny because the acronym stands both the same for both in English and Portuguese. And our work is in the field
Can you
of
help
electrical
me?
simulation.
What does it mean, acronym? I don't remember. Could you-
Acronym use the beginning of each letter to represent a name, like a sigla in Portuguese. So later on, our main challenge here in the research area is in the field of electrical simulation in the use of rehabilitation for physically impaired people. Fortunately, and it is great, we have a multidisciplinary team composed by engineers, physiotherapists, and physical educators. This leads to us to develop effective solutions for those people, for the people who need it. And our main project is in the FIS cycling. FIS stands for Functional Electrical Simulation. FIS cycling, Functional Electrical Simulation, applying in the context of cycling. This is like, you may be surprised, but this is a challenge, which is kind of sport in the Cybathlon. Cybathlon is a bionic Olympics held in Switzerland, and it happens every 4 years together with the Summer Olympics. We are known that happens last year. It is great
It's
because
like they have robots there, the Bionic Olympics.
they have exoskeleton.
Wow.
They have lots of things. I really recommend you, Naya, later on to search about it because it's really the materialization of science fiction. We have challenges here that people moves equipments with their brains. This is huge. And some articles show us that we have great improvements when we connect science and sports for the FIS cycling pilots. And today, I want to show you the pilot
excuse me.
from EMMA.
Lucas, excuse me, but what type of evidence is there that there is improvement in physical and mental health, as I read in your slide? Is there any type of evidence?
Yeah, Edith, I can answer you later on the presentation because I want to show first the video because I think you understand better the context of it. So let me show you who is Stephen Lopes.
Fui atingido por uma bala perdida, me tornando paraplégico, precisando de uma cadeira de rodas para me locomover. Mas eu vi que eu tinha, na verdade, dois caminhos a percorrer: me fazer de vítima com essa situação ou arregaçar as mangas e encarar essa realidade e falar o que temos para hoje é isso. Me tornei atleta de alto rendimento.
O projeto EMA significa Empoderando Mobilidade e Autonomia. O Estevão, ele entrou na equipe, na verdade, a gente foi atrás dele, né?
Me ligou dizendo assim, ó, é um projeto que através da eletroestimulação você vai conseguir até pedalar. E nesse processo todo, nessa evolução, apareceu uma competição chamada Cybeton, Olimpíadas Biônicas. O esporte mostrou que a minha cadeira não tem rodas, minha cadeira tem asas.
Well, Naya, as you asked, I think you saw some robots there. This is the Cybertron. We have tons of exoskeletons. We have prostheses for arms and legs. This is like the pure science fiction in real life. This is cool.
Fui atingido por uma bala perdida.
No, not again. Thank you. To finish, I want, as I said in the beginning, I want to endorse the Brazil's ability to develop science in an international level. We are the only 100% Latin America team to participate in the Cybathlon Olympics since its first edition in 2016, even though we have lots of challenges, funding and infrastructure. Also, as a long goal, Emma...
Sorry, but I was wondering, how come such a wonderful project has challenges with funding and infrastructure? That's horrible. How come?
Yeah, I have the same question too, Edith. We can answer later on because it's a challenge in Brazil to develop science. And as a long goal, we want to develop therapies for our universal healthcare system. I don't know if you know, but the electrostimulator, the equipment that delivers the electrostimulation for the pilot, is imported and very expensive. We are developing our own electrostimulator, 100% Brazilian, 100% UNB. So this is, I want to leave you guys this message of how important it is for us to endorse our university and complement this as a great thing for our country, for our university, for Brasilia, and all of this. I did a short presentation, so I hope in this Q&A we can answer some of your questions. Thank you. So, any questions, please?
What does EMA stand for? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
EMA is the acronym for Empowering Mobility and Autonomy. And the bird for itself, that is the animal, it's because EMA may not fly, but it is awesome because it's one of the fastest animals we know.
So the animal came first, then the acronym, or the acronym came first?
Good question. I don't know, actually. The project was funded in 2014. I think in the beginning of the brainstorm of it, I think one thing came to another, probably.
Lucas, the project you just said that started in 2014, and at what phase is it right now? We are in 2025, so I was wondering.
Well, we have some remarkable points to say here. First of all, we are, since the beginning of Cybertron 2016, we are present. As EMA, we are competing in EMA, in the Cybertron. Last year, we have the Cybertron Olympics, and our position was 60 of global position of 60. Yeah. So it was great for us to develop this, especially because of pandemics, because pandemics made a great hit on the university and in the way we develop science. Unfortunately, UNB and other great universities suffer a lot, and stay in this position and being able to go there to compete, it was a great challenge for us and a great winning, for a personal winning. So now we are developing the electro simulator and others research about it. As I said, I'm working with sensors to develop way to capture angle from the foot, from the ankles, to develop better ways for our pilot to cycle.
And where does the funding come from?
Last year, fortunately, we have a funding from FAP, Fundação de Apoio à Pesquisa. We had another one before it, but it was really rare. We are like surfing in the best ways, but now today, in January, we are not having this funding again. We are trying to compete in other, I don't know the name in English, but editais. But it's a challenge because you don't have all this money, and well, we are struggling with this.
Were you a part of EMO project during your graduation, or you only joined it when you got to the master's level?
Can you repeat the beginning? I didn't understand.
Did you become a part of EMO project during graduation, or you only joined it after you started your master's?
Oh, it was my final project. I entered during my the final part of my graduation.
So like the thesis part, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Got it.
So as a student, Lucas, what were the challenges that you went through the participating in this great program?
As a student?
As a student, anything you want to add here?
Let me see. Good question. I was not prepared for this one. I was prepared for lots of one, but not this one. I think the greatest challenge for me was starting thinking as a scientist. Somehow we, as kids, we have developed this, but we lost this along our developing phases and as teenagers, etc. And having everything being told by articles before, we need to verify if we are using good articles, we have good sources. So I think this was a challenge for me because I'm a little bit anxious. I want the answer right now. And science for me was a message for calm down, take things slow, let's have great results with a great pace. Well, I think this is it. Thanks a lot, everyone. And if you want my numbers, or even though the email of my professor, he doesn't answer very much, but this is common to having these presentations. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Lucas. All right, let me just get back to the... Are you guys able to see my screen? All right, let's go with the feedback part for Lucas. Pamela, can you put 1 minute for us? Pamela put the link for the forms on the chat, so you guys can give him a feedback where he did well, where he could improve, and all of that.
1 minute.
Thanks, Pamela. All right, so now we have the timekeeper report, so we know if Lucas was on time or wasn't. The screen's yours, Pamela. And if you want, I can put the...
Congratulations, Lucas, for the excellent speech. You made it in 50 minutes and 15 seconds. Almost not. 15 minutes in 15 seconds.
Got it. Thanks, Pamela. And now, because I only have one speaker, we're not gonna do the voting. So let's head to the network break. Can you put 5 minutes for us, Pamela? In this part of the meeting, you can talk in Portuguese if you guys want, but let's just talk during this part. Gonna stop sharing my screen. All right, I see a few guests here. Vinicius, Eder. I see Thiago Ferreira, Luis Roberto. Are you guys enjoying the meeting?
For sure, the meeting is amazing. Lucas was amazing his speech, and it's my first time here. The last time I was presentially on Saturday in UNB, but now I'm here to improve my English because I love public speaking, and it's an opportunity I have to improve my public speaking in English. That's the point. And you guys are amazing, and I've never imagined that the organization was so welcoming. Like you've been giving a great opportunity for people to speak better and to communicate better. So I'm very happy to be here.
After the network break, you're gonna have the table topics. That's the impromptu speech as part of the meeting. And Brianna has a few questions for us to deliver a speech on. And if you guys want to join in, you just tell her when after the network part. Normally we don't interrupt our speakers, but that's his project today. So we have to do all of that, all the role play, arguing with him, talking over him, but normally we don't do that.
May
But it's
I
really fun.
comment on that, Olavo?
Of course, edit.
I've seen this activity many times. It's a project aiming at developing how to deal with a difficult audience. But this today was very soft because the one I recall the most was once in person in a room with everybody there, and man, the audience, because each person had to play a role. One is the arguer, the other one is someone who interrupts all the time, someone is looking at the cell phone. So each person has a persona to play. And at this time, I recall, the audience was going so much for the roles they were playing that kind of the presenter got really like overwhelmed on how to deal with all the people interrupting him, arguing. Was kind of fun, but for him was really an exercise. And once you go through it, the good thing is that you are better prepared to when that really happens in real life. Because here at Toastmasters, we are used to be speaking and everyone is very educated. No one interrupts you. So all of a sudden there are those people interrupting us. But in fact, that's what happens in real life. And it's very hard because that already happened to me, that we are presenting something and there is very often, there is someone in the audience who wants to speak longer or asks long questions that never end. So it's such a good practice to take this project. So, but it's also embarrassing and uncomfortable for us interrupting the speaker. It's horrible, but it's a great exercise.
It's not natural, that part of interrupting someone. You normally like to give them the time of the day and all of that. And I'm gonna be doing this project next month. So Lucas gonna be able to have his revenge on him, and it's gonna be presidential. So maybe he can throw things at me. I don't know, or boo boo all of that, like I did with Thiago last week.
Wait
This
for
is-
me, Olavo. Wait for me.
This week I did a public presentation at my university, and it was good. There wasn't anyone interrupting me, but the next group, someone dropped the water bottle, and then there was such a noise, and then the guy froze. And then I was like, oh my god, what happened? And then I had to And after like 3 seconds, he went back in, and I would like to be like him during my presentations. We also have Victor Gomes and Neda dos Santos, and Thiago Ferreira and Luis Eduardo as guests today. I don't think we ever had that many guests in an English meeting. Are you guys enjoying the meeting? How is it for you guys? Today's more a shy crowd. Oh, Pamela mentioned that the 5 minutes over. So you're gonna be doing the table topics part. Let me share my screen. Are you guys able to see it? I got it, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, now is the second part of the meeting, the table topics part. We also have that presential. It's really fun doing this. It became more quick-witted. And now it's with Brianna. Oh, it's with Brianna. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, Brianna, and the screen's yours.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to share my screen as well. And there are a series of 5 questions that you can pick from to participate in the table topics. So I have listed the questions here, and the first person that volunteers will get to pick the first question. So go ahead. Can I have some volunteers?
I can volunteer for the first one if no one else jumps in.
Great. Thank you,
So-
Marcella. Go ahead. Which question would you like to pick?
So the first one, yeah, that's fine. What is
first-
one goal that I have set for myself this year and then I have already been started? I have already started working on it, which is to build my body as I always wanted it to be. So basically, year in, year out, I tell myself, this year I'm going to do it better. I'm going to drink lots of water, lots of liquid. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat well and healthy. And since 1.5 years ago, I started working in a chocolate factory. It's a Nestle factory here in my city. And there's a room, a big room of fresh chocolates in this factory. And you are allowed to go in and out of this room any time of the day. And everything is free and fresh and nice and sparkling. And I love chocolate. And every time I'm anxious, I eat chocolate. So this year I told myself, just one day after Christmas, I told myself, this year is going to be different. And it only depends on me. I have said it to myself so many times. So the only thing I have to do is change the key inside my head. That's the most important thing. Why I cannot access this part of the brain that tells me, don't eat. Even if you want it, don't do it. Don't go to, don't skip your exercise or don't eat whatever you want anytime. So one day after Christmas, I bought a project to help me start this, not only by myself, but with some mentoring. And I have been exercising every day since then. Well, that's something I love. And actually, I'm very proud of myself because I have done everyday exercise since one day after Christmas. And I have closed my mouth, lost 3 kilos since then. And especially this time is really hard to do it. So I'm proud of myself. And I hope you guys do it this year as well for yourselves.
Fantastic. Thank you, Marcella. Okay, who is the next victim? Who would like to participate? And I'll put up the questions again so you guys can see them. Okay, Naya. It looks like Naya wants to go.
Yes.
Which question?
I would like to number 4. If you
Number
could
4 it
start,
is.
gonna ask me or can I go ahead?
Oh, you can go ahead. Or I mean,
Okay.
can everybody see the question? I can present it if you guys would like.
Okay, as a compliment to Fernanda Torres, she won the 3 nominations, the movie. So what I wanted to do as a hobby or as something, a new beginning, I would love to be, to work as a critic, movies critic, to work at festivals. I wanted to go to the Oscars. I wanted to go everywhere. Sundance right now is happening, right? I don't know if you know the festival, but it's in Utah, I think. It's very cold over there. But they have the independent movies. And I always wanted to participate in this kind of stuff. But I didn't have I wasn't, how can I say? I love movies, but I wasn't able to go there. I mean, in the industry, it seems so hard. So today we have YouTube, we have TikTok, and it's so easy. So I would love to start this again and be not a critic, maybe someone that's making something nice about movies. And Brazil right now is so great. So what I'm gonna ask you is to watch the movie. It's right on the cinemas. Ainda estou aqui, and that would be great. Thank you.
You are muted, Brianna. We cannot hear you.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me
Yes.
now? Okay,
Yes, we
sorry
can.
about that. My computer's a little slow. Okay, thank you, Naya. I appreciate you presenting. We're gonna move on to the next victim who would like to participate, and I will throw up the PowerPoint slide. Share.
Maybe a guest or a member that didn't take a role during this meeting would like to join in. I already talked a lot, so I don't want to use one of the questions.
All right, so we have 3 more questions. Whoever would like to participate, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
I'd like to reply the second one.
Okay, thank you. Would you like for me to read it?
Yeah, question 2.
Sure. If you could reinvent yourself in one area of your life, what would it be and why?
Well, I'd like to go to a beach place to live. I live in Brasília. There's no beach here. So all the time, me and my wife, we have plans to go to Porto Seguro. It's the city we love. So we got married there. So we have lovely memories from our marriage. So, and here in Brasília, I work for the public administration. I'm a public servant, and she works as a manager in a company. But when we travel all the time, we have this desire of moving to a place where there is a beach available to us all the time. And there's no the situation in Brasília, because here we have to travel, we have to plan to go to a beach place, and going to another place, we want to maybe open up a bed and breakfast for people to go and to manage this business, for us to be in a place where we like. I love Brasilia. It's a good place to live, but I think I'm a little tired. I was born in a beach place in Salvador, Bahia, and when I was a child, I moved to Rio to live many years there. And I came to Brasilia in 2008, in fact. And now I'm thinking about the future. And I don't know if I'm gonna quit my job, but if I do, the change I want in my life is to go to maybe Porto Seguro to open up a new business, a bed and breakfast, and to live happily there. That's the change in my life that I plan to do, and maybe I'll do in a couple of years. Maybe we're planning, and it's gonna happen. Thank you.
Pamela, timekeeper, do we have any more time for topics? Can we get one more speaker in?
One more.
One more. Okay. So I will go ahead and share my screen again. Who would like to go? You can just unmute yourself.
If no one wants to go, I can go.
Okay. Olavo, go ahead. Which question would you like? 3 or 5? There's only
3.
2 left. Okay.
Number 3.
What is the most exciting new beginning what is the most exciting new beginning you've ever experienced, and what did you learn from it?
The most exciting new beginning I had was in 2020 during my last year of high school. I used to study in a school called Sigma near my house. And from the 5th grade to the 2nd year of high school, I was pretty much in the same class. But I had some problems during my last year of high school, and I had to do it again. And it was a new class. I didn't know no one there. So the thing that I got from that experience was how to make new friends. And just when I got to make new friends, 1 week afterwards, there was the pandemic. But at least I already have some context, and we could talk during WhatsApp. and we help each other during the classes. And another new beginning that I had was in 2023 when I joined Toastmasters. I became a new person. I can do this right now. I wouldn't be able to do something like this 2-3 years ago, and I had this experience. And a new beginning that I'm looking forward to is creating my own Toastmaster club here in Águas Claras. Brasília Toastmasters is a big club right now. We are reaching 40 members, and when a club hits 40 members, it's supposed to split up and become a different club. And I look forward to creating my own Toastmaster club called Brasília Águas Claras Toastmasters. It started off as a joke, but it's getting real, and I have to look for places to make that happen. Thanks so much for listening to me, and have a great Saturday, guys, because I know I have one.
Okay, well, that ends my portion of this meeting with the table topics. And thank you to everyone who participated.
Are you guys able to see the screen? Thanks. I forgot to put the Pamela slide here. So, oh, sorry, just a second. No, it's here. Pamela, can you tell us about the time? Who is eligible for being voted at and who isn't? The screen's yours.
Everyone is eligible for the competition. Marcela made this in 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Naya, 1 minute, 11 seconds. Vinicius in 2 minutes, 2 seconds. And Olavo in 1 minute, 11 seconds. Congratulations, and let's vote.
All right, guys. Everyone was eligible for being voted. And the form is on the chat. Pamela, can you put 1 minute for us? Thanks.
1 minute.
Thanks so much, Pamela. All right, guys, if you guys weren't able to vote, you can keep doing that. And now we have the evaluation part of the meeting and the feedback part. We're going to start off with Naya. She's going to deliver her evaluation from Lucas' speech, and the screen's yours, Naya. You have from 2 to 3 minutes to deliver a speech, but you already know that. The screen's yours.
Thank you. Thank you. So Lucas, as a compliment, he did a great job. Lucas, you really was a tough audience, and you just nailed it. So even though you started a little bit nervous in the beginning, you quickly regained composure. And I think it was one of your best, strong, well-organized presentation. Why was your best? Because if you know Lucas, you know he always has some great presentations. But this time, what I think was the key here was the vulnerability, right? He was here supposed to present something that maybe he did in the past, I don't know, but he had to, he was supposed to be addressed by some other people, just like Edith said, real life. And he did that very professionally, because that's you have to do, right? You have to be professional. You being here representing UNB or maybe organization, and you have challenges from the audience all the time. So that's what you did. You did a great presentation, especially using, I have to say, something very good. You just brought a solution to a problem. You used the Q&A in the end to address everything. So every disruption you had, for example, I did disrupt you, Edith did also, but you had in the end the Q&A. So you have to use that as a very good tool, I would say that, okay? So you had many challenges, and you had strategies to refocus. That's the problem also. Last week we had this with some of the members, and the problem was to refocus. How can you refocus to go back to what you had in mind? So I think you did that in a very good way. You also had asked me to watch out for your English. As always, you have a great English, you have clarity, you have vocal variety, I think. You use a video, and a video can always be a menace to a presentation, because there you can lose your audience. But I think it was a great tool also, because you gain time for that. Maybe if you were disrupted, disrupted a lot and you had maybe lost a little, the video brought back your audience. So that was great also, okay? So what do you want for my challenge for you for the future presentations is embrace vulnerability, okay? And this is great because when I see this as an audience member, I say, he's like me. And that's helps me a lot to establish credibility and empathy, okay? So I love your speeches, but if you can bring this more for your speeches next time, I think it will help you, okay? To bring you a stronger rapport with the audience, okay? So thank you very much for being here, and this is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naya, for the evaluation for Lucas. I bet she'll be gladly receive all of that. Let me just present this. Are you guys able to see it? Is it? Oh, got it. Thanks. All right. Now we have Pamela Oliveira as a timekeeper. Normally, this part of the meeting would be better if you have more speakers and more evaluators, but since we only have Naya today, it's going to be simpler. The screen's yours, Pamela.
Naya is not eligible for the competition. She makes her speech in 3 minutes or 40 seconds. So she passed 10 seconds of the time. Is it? Thank you.
Thanks, Pamela. That normally happens with evaluation. Normally, every meeting you have 1 or 2 evaluators that reach the maximum limit. So it's always funny to know when that happens. But let's keep going. So evaluators, now I wasn't eligible. And now let's go with Marcelo Gerbis, our grammarian/accounter. The screen's yours, Marcelo. Let me just stop this.
I'm a big fan of Lucas' speeches, so for me it's more of like learning overwhelming, and I think he always uses very interesting words, and he has confidence in what he's saying. So I really enjoy your speeches, Lucas. Congratulations. You have used the word of the day. You have, even when you were asked and it was something you had to use of improvisation, you use difficult words, not such simple words. And when you were asked, I don't know if it was Naya who asked you or Edith, you were searching for a word. I could see your brain searching for words, and you found good words like sources, endorse. I'm always overwhelmed by your speeches, and I think they are, for me, more of a learning than anything. So I appreciate that. Naya, I was really impressed with your speeches in English that you delivered today. You hardly used the feeling words, and you have brought also, like Lucas, interesting words. Usually you were complaining the other day because you had, I don't know, 27 ahs or and today, to be honest, I was paying attention to your speeches and I couldn't hear so many feeling words. I think you did really well. And Vinicius was joining us for the first time, and I think it was wonderful because I thought he felt confident on this speech, and he also didn't bring gaps and filling words and repetition. I really enjoyed it. Congratulations, Vinicius. I hope you come back and join us again in Portuguese speeches and meetings, and also English. You're very welcome, and also the other guests who have not felt the desire to speak today, but I hope they come back and do it another time with us. And then Naya and Olavo. Olavo also I also really like your speeches. I enjoy when you speak, when you talk, and I can see you're improving your English each day. I see it's a challenge for you because you feel very confident on the Portuguese meetings, but you exceed yourself today. Congratulations.
Gonna share my screen now. We got a lot of compliments from Marcela. Thank you so much. It's always nice whenever someone pays attention to what you're speaking. So let's get going the meeting. At the Marcelo have Gustavo Weidemann. He's our general evaluator, and I did a few things wrong today, so he's gonna point fingers at me, but I'm ready, Gustavo. The screen's yours.
Hi everyone again. I'm here. So it's my it's my I was it's my so sorry because there's a voice in yeah in this room, so it's strange here. But I think that this meeting was awesome. But there's sorry, but there is some points that I would like to say more. But in the general, I think it was really amazing. Olavo was really great as a Toastmaster of the day, and I really enjoyed it how he led this meeting. The word of the day, compliment, was a great choice because not many people use it in this meeting, so the word was amazing choice. Lucas used the slides very well, and he also was a great speaker. I always try to see him speak because I really enjoyed it, and he was very nice. Use the slides and also leading with the audience. Pamela, as the timer, was very precise, and we kept on time, so a good point. Brianna leading the table topics was amazing and creative because it's our first meeting of the year, so it was awesome to it was awesome like to have these points of this year. And I asked, was amazing as well because he was clear when he evaluated Lucas, so he was clear. And one point that I really enjoyed is that she included a challenge for him, so that's nice. Marcela, as a counter and as a grammarian, did a nice job as well because he gave specific for everyone, and I think this is not easy to do, so that was really nice. Congratulations. The breaking was an opportunity to include new members, and it is also a challenge to do that, so it's another great point of this meeting. But there was some areas that I like to point here. One is that I think only 3 people used the word of the day, and I think that because in the middle of the meeting, many people forget to use because there is no one here saying, "Oh, let's use this word." So for me, I always, when I'm there, I always don't remember the meeting, so it's maybe it's a thing to do in the next ones. And another point is that there were many moments of silence. And for me here, it's kind of empty. That's no one is doing something. I don't know. Maybe try to put a music, as Lucas said, or other things like any person to talk. I don't know, but the idea is that the silence for this moment is not so good for that. Overall, the meeting was a successful meeting, and I think everyone here improved in some points. So that's my impression.
Thank you so much for the feedback, Gustavo. Was something that during the meeting I paid attention to was the fact that I wasn't asking people to use the word of the day. I tried to put on chat, but maybe people didn't saw that. So it's always best for the Toastmaster of the day to say, people remember to use the word of the day's compliment. So let's use it for Marcela. But let's keep going the meeting. This is one of the best part of the meeting is with the awards part. The first one is table topics. So let's see who won. Let's go. The table topics of the day was Marcela. Unfortunately, she just left. But I'm gonna screenshot it afterwards and send it to her so she knows that she won. And now we also have a best speaker of the day, and you guys already know who he is. The fact that he went so well with dealing with the difficult audience just goes to show how he's the speaker of the day today, and he normally is too. I'd like to see him and Douglas going face to face as the best speaker of the day in a meeting someday. So after you take the screenshot, Lucas, if you want, I'm gonna pass. All right, can I go? Yeah, I got it. Announcements. The next meeting is gonna be on February 1st. It's gonna be hybrid. It's gonna be online too and presential. It's gonna be on Alumni Brasília, and I'm gonna be the Toastmaster of the day. I pull a few strings so I can do something really fun next week. And let's finish it off with a picture. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen right now, so the guests and everyone that is in that has the webcam closed can open up so I can take a picture. You guys can take it too because the computer is a little difficult to deal with. So let's go. All right, I took a few. Maybe some of them I'm not blinking. And I'd like to say thanks to everyone that was hearing me today.